Hello everybody and welcome to the big one. It's Manchester United against Liverpool and I hope you're ready for this at Anfield. Manchester United, well look, there's straight away conversations to be had in relation to the team news and well look, you know, there it is on my right hand side. We've got Scott McTominay as our captain. We've got Johnny Evans in our defence. And many people would see that as a reason to be negative, I suppose, ahead of such a big game. For me, nothing changes. This is Manchester United against Liverpool. No result will be conceded. We must be united. We must be ready. And if Erik ten Hag thinks that is the way to do it, and sticking a captain's armband on Scott McTominay is the way to do it, then obviously that is up to him, and he will obviously make that decision and live by that decision. I don't think there's any doubt about that. We go with what Ten Hag has chosen for the game today. I mean, look, it's going to be a very, very difficult challenge for Manchester United. I don't dispute that, and I'm also not going to shirk the fact that Manchester United have got a very, very, very difficult game ahead. But having said that, nothing is won and lost until the game kicks off. Looking at the team, what are your thoughts? Well, give us your thoughts. There's a lot of praying signs in the chat. I don't know. Look. Liverpool are a good side. They're top of the league. We you know all these things. But I feel that I look at Liverpool's last 3 games. They've won by 1 goal in all of them. I look at the last game we played there and they beat us 7-0. That, you know, you can read positives and negatives into that. You can go, well, you know, but they're going to be more motivated because it's Manchester United. I think that's straight away something that I would acknowledge, that they're going to be more motivated because it's Manchester United. But looking at the team, I think that, look, we'll deal with the captaincy in a minute. I said that the midfield was going to be the midfield. I hope it's a double pivot. I think, you know, beyond moaning about who's wearing the captain's armband and, you know, what he's doing in the defence, and I think there's some big things in the defence. I mean, in some ways, I think the captaincy may well cover up some of the more interesting potential mistakes. And I say potential mistakes because I hope he's not made any mistakes. But there are potentially some very interesting selections around the defence that I think are that are problematic. But he's got to play a double pivot. He has to play a double pivot. I mean, I think that's absolutely essential. Mark, I think I know nothing about football. Ricky just said that McTominay is more creative than Bruno, says Juan. Well, Ricky likes McTominay. Kenji and Dennis, welcome to the Members Club. You're legends. And Ten Hag lacks courage and imagination. Playing McTominay proves it. Mabry or Gore could have done more, says Araki. Well, remember what I said as well. I said that you could try Pellistri in there. You know, in a number 10 position, somebody with a low centre of gravity, win your free kicks, can dribble, pass. Never going to do it. Never going to do it. But look, he's got to play a double pivot. If he leaves Amrabat on his own, then we'll lose the game. What's your scoreline prediction? Says Da Vinci. I'm going to go 0-0. 0-0 or 1-0. 1-1 or 1-0. I think it'll be a tight game. And you know what? In some ways, I think many of us would take that. You know, I don't want to see 4, 5, 6. I mean, I don't have the analogies in me. I literally don't. And I think it's just important that we don't get pounded today. Mark, did you see what Ten Hag said about McTominay? Something regarding passion and desire. Something Ollie said before, says Sharvin. I mean, it's not great, is it? It's not great. Scott McTominay is the captain, yes. It's confirmed. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with United. Probably a draw and just try and be positive. Can't wait for Peter Drury to describe McTominay as a cavalcade of colonial. Oh yeah, Robbo. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I know what you mean though. Why the fuck can I not do this? It's getting on my Fucking tits. What's going on with YouTube? I just want to settle into the stream and it's just not doing what I want it to do. Oh, here we go. That's it. Okay. But yes, looking at the team, got to talk about that. And another area that I've got to say I'm a little bit, I wouldn't have done it, is the Wan-Bissaka. I think that Wan-Bissaka should have started this game because I feel that we need a more defensive right back, and Deleu's a more defensive right back, and I think Deleu is more offensive going forward. I'm a bit. I suppose what I'm trying to say is I'm a little bit worried about how we are going to approach this game of football. Are we going to play with one pivot and try and attack, or are we going to play the way I think we should play, which is a rigid, deep back four with a 2 in front of it and just counter? That's how I think we should play this game. Congratulations, Luke82, says Mello. I don't know why we're congratulating him. I haven't seen anything. Apologies if I'm being very ignorant. Also, Eric Ten Hag, I think he is one of the examples what it means to play for United, to play with the badge on his heart, like his hair, his mind is gone, says Ankit. Mark, you and Beth really do make United Stand great. Have a lovely Christmas, everyone at United Stand. Let's hope for a great result today, says Alex. Merry Christmas to you, Alex. Thank you very much for your kind message. But no, I suppose it is parking the bus, but we've been crap this season. So I think it's really important the way we approach this game. I also think that there are some glaring concerns in that back line. Johnny Evans. Joe, welcome to the Members Club. He's been a member for 30 months, in fact. Johnny Evans is slow. Water is wet. You know. Johnny Evans is slow. So you've got to stand on your edge of your penalty box. You've got to do that. If we didn't want to do that, you should have played Luke Shaw with Varane and put Reguilon at left back, or Deleu at left back and Wan-Bissaka. He's gone with John. Look, I want Man United to win. I don't want to see another manager sacked. But you could have gone Shaw and Varane, which is a better centre-back than Varane and Evans. You could have put Wan-Bissaka at right back, who is a more defensive right back, and you could have played Deleu or Reguilon at left back. So I think his back four isn't the back four I would have picked. Midfield 3, I get it. Captaincy, I don't get it. Why is Varane or Luke Shaw not the captain? I don't get it. I don't think it matters. But the captain of Manchester United should not be a lad who's been shit for a month and if he doesn't score has a shit game. That to me is not captain material at Anfield. And hopefully it won't even matter. But that's not. I don't know why Luke Shaw's not the captain. Why is Luke Shaw not captain? I understand why Varane's not the captain, because Rafael Varane has obviously had a fallout with Ten Hag, which is, again, to me is just, very, very concerning. But Scott McTominay as captain of Manchester United, he's got to score. That's all he offers. He doesn't offer anything else. So he's got to score. But I don't know why Luke Shaw's not captain. Don't ask me about that. Front three, happy with the front three. Garnacho, Anthony and Rasmus. Whether they actually get any of the ball or not is another matter. And let's not forget that Rashford probably wouldn't be fully fit anyway. Mainu in the midfield could be a real diamond in this game that no one's really talking about. He's definitely got the physicality. He's definitely got the speed. He's got the tenacity. He's got the agility. He's got the touch. So I think that that's a welcome addition to the midfield. But it's going to be. It will be difficult. But I think the most important thing is not. It is important who he picks, but it's more important how we're going to approach the game. If I watch that game and see Amrabat waiting on his own with Mainu and McTominay bombing forward, they're going to run through our midfield. He's got to play deep and he's got to counter. Like Martial, Rasmus will score tonight. God wants him to score against Liverpool. Let's be positive, says Sheehan. And what would you do to motivate these players in the locker room? What speech would you give? I'd play him the video I did last night, Lazarus. Let's do it, whatever the video was, because I don't remember what I said in the video, but I was very passionate. Just been reunited with my beautiful son, Alex. Hopefully United can win today for him, says United are the team. Great news, mate. Let's hope we can get a win. But you can't be scared in a game like this. You can't be scared in games like this. You've got to be brave. You've got to go for it. And look, we talk about McTominay captain. Let's not forget who put this on the shelf last game. He's not, you know, this goes on the shelf of the watch-along. Scooby-Doo, I believe in Santa. He's the captain of Manchester United now. That's what you get for believing in Santa. Unbelievable. So, you know, let's hope it works, mates. Let's hope it works out. Let's be honest, when Ollie was in charge, no one wanted to be captain and step up, so would not be surprised if it's the same now, says Sean. Well, you make a good point, Sean. You know, maybe Scott McTominay's the captain because other people don't want to do it. I mean, it would have been Varane, as I said, but Varane's had a fallout with Ten Hag, so obviously he's not going to give it him. I don't know why Luke Shaw wouldn't be the captain. I don't know. He is the best player we have on the pitch with the most experience, but maybe he doesn't want to do it. I don't know. Looking at the Liverpool team, by the way, let's have a quick look at Liverpool because that's who we're playing at Anfield. I'm ready for this. I'm excited about this. I hope you are as well. That's the Liverpool team for you. Don't forget, we've got the One Football carousel on the screen for you. You can download that for free through the QR code in the top right-hand corner or the link in the description. One Football sponsor our Stats Carousel. You can get all your latest breaking football news, transfer news on there for free, Apple and Android. But also my favourite bits about the One Football app, especially when it's game day, is the stats. We have the team stats there, but they have the individual stats. So when you go into the app, you can click on the game and look at the individual players. So you can see how many tackles and passes and goals Scott McTominay scores in his man of the match performance. Let's see. But this is the Liverpool lineup, like I say, and it's not unbeatable. They're top of the league. Give them credit. Well, they're not top of the league anymore. They're third in the league now because Villa and Arsenal have won. But if they win today, they're top of the league. Alisson, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Tsimikas. You can get at him. I've been looking to do that. You know, Diaz hasn't been good this season. Tsimikas is not Robertson. So, Tsimikas, or however you say it, sorry. I think you can get at that side. Nunez probably have one of those days where he doesn't miss sitters and scores every chance he gets. Salah, one of the best players in the world. But their midfield of Szoboszlai, Endo and Gravenberch is missing McAllister. And it's still a work in progress. I think Liverpool and Klopp have done a great job to get themselves where they are when they still are very much a work in progress. But they've got the Anfield crowd. They've got the incentive to go and get at us. They're nervous yawns, by the way. That's not tiredness. Don't you worry about that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Scooby plays for the badge. Captaincy might sharpen him up, says Tom. But look, I think, Ten Hag's made the choice. People want to ridicule it. That's fine. But the game hasn't even kicked off yet. The captaincy is not going to make Scott McTominay a better footballer. I tweeted it. If he wants to give him the captaincy, that's absolutely fine. I don't know why he's starting. The captaincy's got nothing to do with it. For me, he was crap against Bayern Munich. He was crap the game before, and he was crap the game before. That's my issue. Why does he start games for Man United? If he doesn't score a goal, he's crap. I've just watched Arsenal play. I thought Havertz was crap, but he scored the second goal. Goals mask performances. And that's what McTominay does. If he scores, he masks his bad performance. I don't think he's very good. I really don't. That's my issue. I wouldn't start McTominay. I'd rather try Pellistri or Mabry or Van der Beek. That's my issue. If you want to put the captain's armband on him because he's passionate and he cares, fine. Fine. But ability-wise, that's my problem. This is why you'll get the sack, says Stewart. Putting Scott as captain, we're officially in the mud. He makes it hard to back him with these outlandish lineups, says Stewart. Well, I saw somebody say on the That's Football watch along, they said when they saw it, this is the moment that every manager has. We had the Phil Jones taking corners. Ollie had a couple of weird things that he did. Mourinho did as well, and they all happened towards the end. And there always is something that's symbolic of a manager's meltdown and their sacking. And somebody said, not my words, I'm not claiming it, and I don't want to claim it because I don't want the manager to be sacked. But this was what somebody said in the chat, and they were like, "This is Ten Hag's moment. You know, he's gonna, when he gets the sack, everyone will remember he gave McTominay the captaincy at Anfield. It's one thing to give him the captaincy at home to Reading in the FA Cup. To give him the captaincy at Anfield, it's got to work. Because if it doesn't work, it will be remembered as that was his meltdown moment. And that's why it's got to work. Look, I want us to win. I did my video last night. I want to win. Love seeing my Scooby-Doo in the background, says Jude. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, Jude. He gave me that on Monday night at the Manchester show. And I've got a few, when I do the shows, people sometimes do give us gifts. And you can't actually see the George Best book, but I was given that in Dublin. Yeah, I think that's about it, actually. But there's always a place on the shelf for gifts. Garnacho is going to skin Trent alive, and I'm expecting a calamity show from Endo, says Bargaff. Look, you can get at them. And on the bench, we've got Marcus Rashford. So you can get at Liverpool. I don't think we've got... This game is about the first 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes... massive. If United concede, those heads are going to drop like a brick in a swimming pool. They're going to go down. We've got to get through the first 20. You've got to grow into a game like this. I think McTominay could be decent as an attacker, which is how he started in his academy. He's a good height, good physicality, good shoot, says Odie. Well, the good thing about McTominay tonight as well, if you're struggling for a positive, the good thing about McTominay tonight is he's got the freedom to be the number 10. Like, he's not got to help Amrabat. That's Amrabat and Mainu. So there might be a positive... The way I look at it... Look, forget the captaincy. The way I look at it is this. If Man United come out of this game with a 0-0 or scrape a 1-0, or maybe even if we lose 1-0 but do well, the positives for West Ham is... What I'm optimistic about here, and it might be deluded, I think people are getting lost in the captaincy and McTominay. Because when I look at that team, if Mainu and Amrabat do well as a pivot, next week you drop McTominay and you put Bruno back in the team. The captain and a better number 10. So I'm not really bothered about McTominay. I just hope he plays well. Because if we play well with Mainu and Amrabat, and then next week Bruno comes in, but he still picks McTominay and drops Mainu or Amrabat, I'll lose my shit. Like I think this could be the evolution in the midfield that we need, in the sense that we might get to see a midfield 2 that actually do the defensive work, because this season it's been like a hot knife through butter, and we need more protection for the defense. Mark, where did you propose to Mrs. Goldbridge? Now's not the time, Mohammed, but it was in Ireland. Which Liverpool player do you hate the most, says Paul. I don't hate Paul. I used to really despise John Aldridge in the 80s. When I wasn't Wisebridge, I really did not like John Aldridge. I don't hate. If captains were decided on football skill, a lot of captains who'd won big trophies wouldn't have had a say. Jordan Henderson, example. Good luck, Scott, says Suggs. And do you think that Evans is a better defender than Rojo was while he played for United, says Zach? I like Johnny Evans. I do like Johnny Evans, but last season I thought he was going to retire. He got relegated with Leicester. It's a big thing for him to be playing in a game like this. If your girl wants out, don't prolong the agony. Ten Hag making Bruno captain at Anfield is him saying to fans he wants out. No, obviously McTominay and Kit, you've got your name mixed up. I hope you can give us a game. It isn't a proper rivalry if your opponent is crap, says Jump. And Mark, can you give a shout out to my wife, Niz? We just found out we're having our first child, a boy, like Seb. He'll be a true United boy, says Buster. Well done to Niz. Well done to Buster. Give him a big shout out in the chat. Appreciate that. Always good to share real good news. Nice to see the celebration things going in there, which is great. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. Very easy to do. I'm going to shout out all the hard work that goes on in the channel, from, the countdown to kickoff show, the fan forum, everyone who works behind the scenes. We're on the road to 1.8 million. We're at 793,000. So please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Lots of people are going to be watching today. So make sure you stay and get involved with the United Stand. Subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. We're live every night at 8 o'clock, every morning at 10 o'clock. All the watch-alongs, all the news. Manchester United, you're very welcome on the United stand. And also we get a lot of people who aren't United fans, which I do find odd, but I just think we're so entertaining as a community. So make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner, and get involved. We've got 40,000 people watching already. It's going to be a big game, this. And yeah, look, I don't normally get nervous, but in a game like this, it's Manchester United against Liverpool. It's the biggest game of the season, home and away. And we really could do with getting a result. I mean, we've seen the league table going round a little bit, and I want to talk about Ten Hag's comments, and we'll get only 8 minutes away from kickoff, so I need to speed up a little bit here. But the table looks like that at the moment. We're down to 8th place, and if you were to lose today, then 8th place doesn't look as good as 6th, does it? Obviously. So yeah, and we play West Ham next week, who played well today, and we're playing West Ham next Saturday lunchtime. So lose today, lose against West Ham, it's not going to be long before you're heading down to 9th, 10th. And if you're heading down, you're heading for the sack. So Ten Hag has got to get something out of the next 2 games. Certainly today, he can't really afford to be getting battered again. Mark, let's poll Scooby yes or Scooby no, says Matt. Let's not, Matt. Let's just stay positive. I'm so happy that Mainu and Amrabat are starting. This could be the future, at least for the rest of the season, says Suresh. Well, hopefully as well, we've got Casemiro coming back, because if we're looking to sell him, it'll be a bloody disgrace. And hi, Mark. Today is my birthday. I hope United can give me a good birthday, says Aria. Thank you very much, Aria. A big shout out to all the members in the chat as well. That's what she said. Says Scott McHoudini, better do something today. Liquid One says, yeah, yes, Mainu, let's go. And also, we've got Just Kevin in here saying we've got this. Sean Howlett says no to McTominay. And a few members in there as well. If you want to join the members club, you can do that by clicking the join button. You'll have a badge next to your name in the chat. But more importantly, we were in Manchester last Monday doing our live Christmas show, 2-hour show. This week it will go up on the members section. So the best bit of TV you're going to get this week, this Christmas, looking at the TV schedules, they're pretty shit. But you're going to get 2 hours of the United Stand Christmas show on the members section going up this week. So if you want to see that, Merry Christmas, the members, you will see that. Right, let's have a look what Erik Ten Hag has had to say ahead of this game. Interesting stuff, I'm sure. Why is Scott McTominay captain today? I think he's the example for what it means to wear the badge and play for Man United. He will be the example of passion and desire, and others can build on that. But I disagree. I'm sorry, Eric. I back you all the time, but I disagree with that. Where was this passion and desire against Bayern Munich? Where was it in other games over the last month where he's been absolute shite? I mean, it's contradictory. He's the captain because he's going to be the example of passion and desire. He's been playing for the last month and he's done nothing. So what does that even mean? I don't get that. I mean, hopefully we see something different. But is that all he said? Oh, I thought he would have said more than that. I thought we had more quotes than that. Apparently, Kobe Mainu is the youngest ever Man United player to start against Liverpool in the Premier League. Would have thought there'd be younger players than that, but there we go. Ten Hag has also said, we know we play against a good team and it's going to be tough, but we can take belief that we've beaten them in the past. Also, Rashford's on the bench. Yes, Rashford's on the bench. I think that Rashford up against Trent would have been quite interesting. But, I mean, look, you know, I'm looking at the tunnel here. Scott McTominay leading Man United out. Virgil van Dijk leading Liverpool out. It sort of speaks volumes. And look at those first 4 players. McTominay, Onana, Dalot, Evans. We're underdogs. That's what I'm trying to say. We're not going there as equals. We are going there as underdogs. At least nobody's touched the "this is Anfield" sign like Weghorst did last season. But you know, we've not even spoken about Onana. That Onana interview from on Sky, where he said, "I was the best goalkeeper in the Champions League 6 months ago. Now I'm the worst. I don't think so." You know, again, you've got to. I'd be saying that after the game. when you've kept a clean sheet and made the saves. Onana, we've not even spoken about. And I think Onana is... It's almost like going back to what I've said before, more holes than a hedgehog's pillow. Like, this team, we've not even spoken about the goalkeeper, who, to me, and I'm sure many other people, is a concern. Just about sums this club up now, having McTominay as captain in our biggest game of the season. Shouldn't even be here, but I hope it works out for Ten Hag, says Mike. Oh, me too, mate. Amando, welcome to the Members Club. Donna says, Mark, love the channel. Can you give a shout out to my friend Liam, who recently moved into his new bungalow home with his wife and kids. Unfortunately, he fell down the stairs moving in and has been in hospital since. How's he done that in a bloody bungalow? Come on. I'm not that stupid. And hi, Mark. Can you give me and my friend Filippo a shout out? Big up the Reds, says Rudy. Shout out to you and Filippo, Rudy. Thank you very much. And I think this might be the biggest game in Ten Hag's season. What do you think, says Jolly? Oh, mate, these games don't really need hyping up any more than it is. But of course it is. I've got my pen and paper ready to take my notes, because I think that, the match reaction is going to be massive. You want to remember as much as you can. I like to have a couple of notes before the game as well, which I'm going to do. I just wanted some of the selections that I maybe had a problem with. See how they pan out. And if it's positive, it's positive, But I don't want to see... I don't want to see Manchester United... I don't want to see Onana picking the ball out of the net more than twice tonight. If we're going to lose, let's keep it down. Let's keep it down. Let's keep it down. And look, I don't want to lose. I want to win. That goes without saying. I think we all, well, I hope we all want to win. As I said last night on my somewhat passionate plea for the fan base to be united, I do think that there's maybe some people out there licking their lips. I don't get that. I don't get that. I don't get that. Look, maybe if you're playing West Ham and if we lose, you're going to change your manager, in your head, you might be able to just go, okay. But never against Liverpool should you be ever going, I'll take this loss if it means Ten Hag gets the sack. Because that means you're willing to lose to your rival. It's just not on. No, we've got to put something out there today. We've got to. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. It's time. It's time. Nerve, I don't know about that. It's always a nervy game when you're playing against Liverpool anyway. Let me get the timer ready. Liverpool to start off. Which United are going to turn up? And we're off. How long until the players lose their heads, says CL. Well, look, they're straight away on the attack within the first few seconds, and this is what you can't have. You can't have this. This can't happen. This literally cannot happen. Like 15 seconds, they've got a corner. Those things you have to avoid. Can you shout out to me and the boys currently playing for a win in the dressing room, says Oak. Thank you very much. Hi, Mark. It's 3:30 a.m. in Melbourne. Hopefully it's worth staying up for. Just seen Sir Alex on the telly at the game. Hopefully the lads get up for it, says Kiwi. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. Armando's a new member. Cross comes in. Flicked on. Canate, who wants it? That should have been a foul on Varane. Oliver. Oh, I forgot he was the ref as well. Michael Oliver, the referee. You should have been given a foul on fucking Varane, you twat. What? Oh, no, they're not going to show that. I mean, Amrabat could have got a yellow card there. He needs to be very, very careful. I mean, it's stupid to give it early, but he could have given a yellow. Mark, win or lose, I will always support this club today, now more than ever. Let's bring the team. Let's go United, to Spooky. Thanks, Spooky. If any United player is walking around the pitch today, says Jamie, he's going to be furious. Right, cross comes in. Good cross. Bloody hell. Bouncing around the 6-yard box, United clear it. Old Trafford is in such a bad state that it would not pass inspection in Norway and would be shut down until the issues are fixed, says Adriho. Okay. I mean, where's Onana there? It's running into a crowd. He should be holding his line. Right. Well, we've got through 2 minutes. It was a bit of a shaky first minute there. Corner, crosses coming into the box. As I said, get through the first 20 minutes. Grow into the game. We've got to take it step by step here. I'm not expecting Rome to be built in a day. You've got to work hard, keep your shape. I like the fact that we've got Mainu and Amrabat. It's looking like it's a double pivot. Who would you rather have had in the cam position, McTominay or Van der Beek, says Dennis? Yeah, look, I knew he'd go with McTominay, Amrabat and Mainu. I knew it. But I said in the preview, if you wanted to be really brave, why not try something like Mabry there, or even Pellistri, who is a winger, but as a number 10, can can dribble, low centre of gravity. I think someone like Pellistri as a number 10 in a game like this would be massively risky, but you knock the ball into him, he'll win you loads of fouls. He'll win you loads of fouls, just go to ground. I know it's very Pep-esque, but I would always think about that at Anfield. I'd be thinking about a number 10 that's a little bit smaller, that I can knock the ball into, that Liverpool are going to hunt, and just say to him, just go down a lot. Win us free kicks. Take the sting out of the game. But, I'm not the manager and I'm not a Premier League manager. The last Man United player to score against Liverpool away was Jesse Lingard, Jack, 5 years ago. I know the answer to that. Could have tried Rashford there. I don't think Rashford's fit to start. I don't think Rashford's been dropped. I don't think he's fit to start. Look, this is what you got to do. Amrabat's got to win that tackle. Fucking hell, Amrabat. He's turning slower than a fucking lorry there. That's Amrabat's ball and he fucking... Look, watch this back here. That is his pass. And he's just... Fucking hell. Another corner. It's not a great start by Manchester United. Cross comes in from Szoboszlai. Another corner. This is not a good start. It's a nervy start. And we've given Liverpool exactly what they want. The momentum. The invite into our penalty box. It's a nervy start here. Mark, what was your score prediction? I know your confidence is not. I've given so many score predictions. Bloody hell. Salah with a shot, cross shot to the back post. Goes out for a goal kick. I just don't want to get humiliated. I think you have to acknowledge that Liverpool are better than us. And therefore, I think probably 2-0 Liverpool. Which would be very disappointing. It'd be very disappointing to lose to Liverpool 2-0. But it's probably a reflection of the two teams at the moment. But what I do not want to see is 4, 5, 6, 7. That's just not acceptable. And I think Liverpool will go for it. Which is why, you've got to try and not concede for as long as possible. Philip says, why is Dalot playing over Wan-Bissaka? I mean, again, look, I wrote 3 things down before the game kicked off that I want to review at the end of the game. McTominay selection, Aaron Wan-Bissaka not starting, and the Johnny Evans selection. They're the 3. But also, I did say to drop Onana. I mean, I don't want to not remind people of that. Mike McTominay, you should have fucking headed that. Dalot. This is a good ball by Dalot. Into Anthony. Come on. Have him on toast. Have him on toast. Oh. Follow up. Mainu. No. That's good. That's good. I like that. There's a great ball out wide from Dalot into Anthony. And, shot got blocked. I wish it was 86 minutes and not 6. I bloody love a 0-0 draw. Bloody love it. Got to settle. Got to settle. The first 5 minutes have not been... We've not settled. We've got to settle quick. At the moment, Liverpool have got the momentum and... I wish McTominay would just... Why is he waving play on for? That was a fucking foul on Amrabat. Oh, watch out for this ref, everyone. He won't give us a bloody sniff at the moment. I think one of the big reasons he's gone with Johnny Evans at centre-back is he's worried about Mo Salah and he wants his best left-back against Salah. And can we get a big shout-out for Luke Shaw as well? Went off on the Bayern Munich game. I thought there'd be no chance of him playing. And I think realistically, you know, you talk about mentalities. How easy would it be for Luke Shaw not to play this game? Easy. And he is playing. And Arna's long balls could be such a threat because of Liverpool's high line. Yeah, I think we've got to... I don't mind seeing a few long balls tonight. TS Saint, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much for joining. McTominay hat-trick inbound, says Andrew. And here is Anana. And I don't mind... Look, he's gone short there to Varane. I don't mind seeing a few long balls today. Good play by Amrabat. And free kick there. But it's good to see Mainu on the right-hand side and Amrabat on the left-hand side as a double pivot. So important to see that. So important to see that. It's a weird game, this one. I'll be absolutely honest. It's such a weird game because you're looking at the clock. You're analysing every minute in the sense that, you know, are we still in the game? How are we doing? Can we build on this? It's just, you know, I remember when we came to Anfield last year, we were in the top four. We'd won the Carabao Cup, and I really did feel like, you know, we had a chance to really go and get a statement win under Ten Hag, and we are absolutely humiliated, as we know. Coming into this game today, it's just the expectation that we're going to get battered is there with everybody. And I'm just looking at that and going, yeah, I accept that Liverpool are the favourites. They're, you know, they're better than us. But for every minute we're in the game, you grow in and think, like, what's the next achievement? And I think you've got to get through that first 20 minutes. Get through that first 20 minutes and then, you know, move it along from there. But it's been a better couple of minutes for United. And I know we've not even hit 10 minutes here, but nice ball out to Anthony by Mainu again. Where's he going to go with it? Into McTominay, into Garnacho, and a wild shot. But look, you know, take the positives. It's a shot. It's a shot. I don't know. But United have picked it back up here with Mainu into Amrabat. Keep the ball a bit. Keep the ball a bit. Bit of possession's always a good thing, especially when you're at Anfield. Bad pass by Delo. Mainu gets the ball. Shut up, ref. Shut your face, referee. Your mum does your hair. We already know about that. Szoboszlai over the bar. Don't you dare go back giving yellow cards, you absolute prat. Nothing wrong with this tackle by He got the bloody ball. Mainu gets the bloody ball. Am I missing something? That's the bloody ball. I can't speak. Stupid. Lovely takedown by Mainu. Into Anthony. Now into Rasmus. He's got to be strong. He is strong. Very strong. Into Anthony. You're on your own, mate. You're all on your own. He's got two players on him. Where's he going to go? He's got knocked over. Not going to get a foul for that. Get back up. Fight. Fight. You're in there, half. $10 minutes. 11 minutes. Welcome to the Members Club, Devon. Thank you very much. Let's have a look what people are saying in the chat. Liverpool is going for 5-0 wins, says Ivan. And Merry Christmas, Mark, and the United Stand team, says Scorp. Only 80 minutes to go. Scott won the toss and made Liverpool attack the Kop, says Robert McCormack. Yeah, good idea. I'll acknowledge that, Robert. Good idea. Bayern did it to us the other night. We love to attack the Stretford end in the second half. And most games we do attack the Stretford end in the second half. But and I think Liverpool attacked the Kop a lot in the second half. So making them do it in the first half, good idea. Trevor's very happy with the last few minutes. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, by the way. Get involved. Mainu's doing fantastic, says Anna Farrell. Amrabat's looked a bit shaky, says Milan. Welcome to the Numbers Club, Ricky. Thanks for supporting the channel. Are you still nervous? A few people are nervous in the chat. Well, no, I mean, I didn't like that first couple of minutes. But I did say before the game, and I'm sure many of you would agree, you've got to get through the first 20 minutes. When you're the underdog in a boxing match, you know the first round or two, you don't want to get knocked out. But you get through the first 2 rounds and you think, I deserve to be here. And I think that's what United have got to do. Get through the first 20 minutes. You're never going to silence the Anfield crowd against Manchester United, but get through the first 20 minutes and, show that you belong. Because if you concede a goal in the first 10 minutes, that crowd's going to go up a level and they're going to want more and more and more. There'll be a lot of Liverpool fans at that ground thinking, could we see another 5, 6, 7-0? So you've got to make that disappear from their head and make them realise the most important thing is they just win 1-0 and change the mentality. How's the game going, says Christian. All right. Amando's just gifted a membership as well. The legend there, pal, thank you very much. Look, I don't think Liverpool have started off that well, really. I don't think they've got their rhythm going. I've watched a lot of Liverpool recently. I thought against Palace for 70 minutes, they were quite poor. AU got sent off. They turned the screw. I thought against Fulham at home, they weren't great. They're 2-1 down with 10 minutes to go. They turned the screw and win. Luton away, didn't think they were great. So, but what I will also say is you cannot say that Liverpool are going to play like they did against Fulham or Palace against Manchester United, because it's Manchester United. And that was a terrible ball by McTominay. He's put us into trouble here. Well done, Varane. Can't be sloppy with the pass. No, I'm not jinxing it. I'm saying Liverpool in their last few games haven't been prolific and haven't played that well. But it's Manchester United, isn't it? Their game's going to go up a level. Their motivation's going to go up a level. Form goes out the window. But I would gobble up a 0-0. I very rarely would take a 0-0 before a game is gone, but I would take 0-0. Yes, and party. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. You can do that through the $sign. Iraqi says, everything we do is just slower and less accurate. It's like we are a team from the lower league. Well, I don't know what people expect. I don't expect good football from Manchester United tonight. I think we've got to play like... Fucking hell. Anana. Fucking hell. What are we doing here? This is what gets on my nerves. Dracula FC again. Cross into the box. No one wants it. Back post again. Anana needs to grab hold of that as well. How's he dropped that? What's he got on his gloves? Fairy liquid. It's a bloody corner. It's in Anana's hands and he's let it go. Good header by Varane to get it away. Garnacho, you've got to pass that. Ah, come on, you've had two attempts at that pass, Garnacho. Come on. This sort of pressure pisses me off because it's just coming from bad passing. Again, Amrabat with a bad pass. If we just sorted our passing out, we could get out of trouble here. Yeah, crosses into the box. Fucking hell, it's like... you know what's going to happen? Another one coming in here. Another corner. I mean, they've had a few corners already. Is Erasmus okay? It doesn't seem to be running, says the wheelbarrow. Yeah, but going back to Iraqi's super chat, we are not going to be going to Liverpool and playing like Arsenal do. Next Saturday night, when we do that on That's Football as a watch-along, that'll be a different game of football. This is not that. This is Manchester United, who aren't very good this season, against Liverpool, who will smell blood, and they're going to come for us. We've got to... This to me is like a cup tie, isn't it? Where Liverpool are the favourites and we're the underdogs, and you've got to hang in there and earn your right to be in the game. You know, we are the underdog. The goalie doesn't exactly give us confidence, says DJ. Look, I've said my piece on the goalkeeper. I would have played Binder like that, and that says how much confidence I've got in him. They're going to shoot from here. He's going to shoot. What's Amrabat doing there? Here's Salah. Good block by Luke Shaw. Amrabat's fucking... I don't know what Amrabat's like playing in slow play at the moment. I will bring a bit of positivity with a stat for you all. Our biggest win in the Premier League or First Division was against Wolves, 10-1 back in 1892. Okay. Holness fam, thank you very much for your super chat there. And why, when Onana is so nervous, are we playing out from the back, says United 85. Well, we've nearly hit that 20 minutes, which I said was very important in this game. Amrabat's had a bad start to this game. I liked him. I liked his performance against Bayern Munich. He looks slow. But I've got to be fair, apart from Mainu, I think everybody's passing's been bad. You've got to make your passes count. Where did Wan-Bissaka go, says Ronan. That's a foul. Why is he not given that as a foul? Van Dijk literally pushes Luke Shaw in the back. That's the second time I've seen that happen in 20 minutes. And Konate did it on Varane about 10 minutes ago. And Van Dijk's just done it to Shaw. And he's just letting it go. I see this being a 1-1 draw, says Marcus. I bloody love it. Have you seen clips of Binder circulating? If accurate, he may be a disaster and maybe why he never starts, says Iraqi. Well, well, why did we buy him then? Why is Scooby-Doo captain? Says Shannon. That's the least of our worries at the moment. And that's a goal kick. Well, 20 minutes, 0-0. We'll take that as a start. Is there a chance to see Donny for Scott today, says Bjorn? I think Donny van der Beek is only on the bench because we're so short for midfielders. There's no way he's going to use Donny van der Beek when Donny van der Beek is already signed for Frankfurt on loan. Just noticed McTominay's the captain, says Jose. Why so many managers love him? Starting to question if I watch different games all these years. Go on, McTominay. Win the fucking header. Win the fucking header. Got bullied by Konate in the air then. That's one of your things you're good at. Right, here's Garnacho. Not looking forward to the inevitable crumble, says Ewan. You ain't going to get a free kick for that. Get up. You're not going to get a free kick at Anfield for that. Stop moaning and get up. Whether it was a free kick or not, you don't get those here, mates. Get up. Thomas, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you. Nice ball out by Onana to Luke Shaw. Into Garnacho. Past Trent. Lovely play by Luke Shaw there. Oh, they're bullying Garnacho a little bit. They are bullying him a little bit. You've got to be up for the fight here. Oh, Darwin Nunez has caught Johnny Evans. I don't know that Johnny Evans goes down without contact. So let's have a look what happened. Yellow card. What does Sean Dyche have to say about this, says Daniel? Nothing at the moment. I'm not losing my voice. Yeah, that's definitely it. It's not a red. He's just barged into Johnny Evans, hasn't he? You can see what he's doing. You can see what he's doing, can't you? Yeah, it's a yellow card, mate. You caught in 4K. You've literally shoulder barged him. Should be a penalty. We want a penalty. I'll tell you what, I'd love it to. You know what? I think Liverpool have had some big injustices in VAR this season, but I'd love to have seen that be a red. Definitely wasn't a red, by the way, but, you know, if there's one time we could do with a... It's abuse of the elderly. That's what it is. He's ageist. Getting a bit tempestuous out there. Johnny Evans barged by Nunez. Anthony and Simiskas getting into Simicast or whatever you say, getting into something. Can't be getting players sent off. That's for sure. Either team, but certainly Man United, we can't be getting players sent off. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner on the road to 1.8 million. United stand. We're live straight after the game as well with the match reaction. Player ratings. You can vote for those in the second half. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. And then we've got the fan forum after that as well. Lots to discuss. Here's Delo. Into Anthony. He's got to be better with the ball there. Wants a handball. Not going to get it. Run back. Run back. God. What is it about some of our players, right? This is what I'd be doing if I was McTominay. Stop appealing for things that the referee hasn't given you. Like, he's not giving it you. Stop moaning about it. The ball's still live. Get after the ball. It's so valuable to have this mentality of, look, we're playing in Anfield. We're probably not going to get many things go our way. Play to the bloody whistle. Don't play to injustice. It was a handball, but he's not giving it. So you've got to play on. You can't. They stop running and go handball, handball. Liverpool are on the attack. Work for your team. EA Love Sports. Welcome to the Members Club. Amrabat is not good enough for Man United. It's placid. He's not mobile enough for what we need in that midfield. Thank you very much for your super chat. Mark, can you give a shout out to me and the boys? Yeah, we've done that one from Oak, haven't we? Thank you very much. That's gone for a goal kick as well. As I said, Liverpool so far, we ain't jinxing anything. Liverpool so far haven't been that great. Time for a celebration. Not because I'm celebrating that, just because I feel like a snack. Nervous. I'm going to have a Bounty, a Twix, and a Malteser. Just to keep me going. "25 minutes gone. I'm not jinxing it. I'm just saying, so far, 0-0. I don't think Liverpool look like they're flowing. Grow into the game, hopefully. I mean, Liverpool did have a Thursday night game, but I think they made a lot of changes, didn't they? Yeah, I think Mainoo's done well. I think Mainoo's done well so far. Yeah, SLC says, why is Varane the left-sided centre-back and Johnny Evans is the right-sided centre-back? I don't know, he seems to change that a lot, doesn't he? Harry Morgan, thank you very much for your super chat. Who would take the penalty if we get one, says Aziz? Good point. I don't know what's wrong with Lindelof as well. Lindelof's been out for a while. That's a good ball there. That's got to be ours. Yellow card for Mainoo. You know what? For a minute there, I thought he was going to give a red. Nah, 50-50 ball. Come on. 50-50. Nah, it's not even... I think that's borderline not even a yellow. I think that's borderline not even a yellow. But Soft yellow, that. In a game like this, that's a soft yellow. What celebration chocolate will you treat yourself to if we score, says bro. I'll eat the whole box. Come on, Scott. Oh, for fuck's sake, McTominay. Fucking hell, mate. Can you pass the bloody ball? How many misplaced passes has he had? He's playing as the number 10. You've got to fucking find the... No wonder. No wonder Rasmus Højlund wants an Amazon voucher for Christmas so he can get better delivery. It's just terrible. There would be fans of... sorry, what was this? Mark, I do recall Liverpool scoring 6 of their 7 goals in the second half last year, says Mario. I didn't need to know that. There would be fans of Amrabat, but I personally am happy he's loaned. He still hasn't had a great game, great or changing game, says Sheehan. McTominay there, I'm not saying we're going to score, but there's opportunities to move up the pitch, and he fucking slips over. Best passer according to Ricky. Oh, good. Well, no, not a good save by Onana. It's straight at him. But Van Dijk, again, United conceding chances from crosses. What's going on? What is going on there? Another corner as well. Bounty. I bloody love Bounty, I do. I when I was at like college and stuff, I'd go in the shop and buy Bounty. Not just, you know, it's not just from celebrations. I'd buy a Bounty chocolate bar. I love Bounty. Liverpool on the attack. Moem says Amrabat and Maino are doing well. Let it go, let it go. Frozen, let it go. Goal kick, yes. Paulie says, I've just joined from Portlaoise Island. Asked my wife to leave my TV alone so I can watch your channel in peace. She's coming in with food. This is Paulie. Paulie's wife, leave him alone for the next couple of hours. He'll do the dishes. He'll hoover the floor. He'll do whatever you like after 7 o'clock tonight. Anything. Was it a great save from Onana? It's straight at him. Centre of goal, straight at him. You'd expect to save that. But then again, the way he's been playing at the moment, let's say it's a great save. Nunez with the cross. Anthony in his own fucking area here. This is not good. Where's he going to go with it? He doesn't want that pass. Wins the throw-in. Leith is from Norway and loves the channel. Thanks, pal. Half an hour. We've had half an hour now. You'd have took half an hour, 0-0. You know you would. We're 50 subscribers away from 794,000, by the way. So please do subscribe on that road to 1.8 million. Get involved with the United Stand. Loads of content. Massive, brilliant community you're part of. And please do subscribe. Liverpool... I'll tell you what, I do want to look at the stats. 64%, 11 shots to 2, 2 shots on target to 0, 73% pass accuracy. That's the one. You know, Arsenal had 94% today. Our passing has been terrible. Absolutely terrible. Defensively, Luke Shaw's done well. Johnny Evans has done well. Varane's done well. But McTominay so far, you know, the thing about Scott McTominay is if he pops up on the breakaway and scores a goal, he'll get man of the match. But, you know, it's my issue is not the captaincy. Don't really care about the captaincy. My issue is it's like playing with 10 men. Casper the Ghost. Mats loves the red bounty with the dark chocolate. I didn't even know if they still sell that. Can you speak Italian, says Rebel. No. Doesn't matter how long it takes United to concede, the heads will drop and the floodgates will open, says Danny. Welcome to Members Club, Merhams. Thank you very much, mate. It has been domination from Liverpool. But, no, Liverpool, yeah. It reminds me of, actually, I watched Brighton-Arsenal this afternoon. It reminds me a lot of that, where Brighton really didn't do anything. And it was just a matter of time before the goal went in. But, no, we're not conceding the same amount of chances. But I think Amrabat's been below par. I think McTominay's been dreadful. And I think Mainoo's been decent. But Mainoo's got a fucking yellow card. Callum says it's going to be a matter of time until Liverpool score. Scott McTominay's first touch and passing is worse than Lukaku, says Dan. Well, this is what I mean when Ten Hag said he's the passion and desire that everyone else can feed off. I really like Mainoo. Really like Mainoo. I mean, I think everybody does, but I just think he's so calm. Twix, lovely. Rohan says, I hate everything about Liverpool, but I think Szoboszlai is a Rolls Royce. Well, look, Liverpool's our biggest rival. But I think a lot of United fans would agree with me on this, whether they hide it or not. There's a lot of things about Liverpool that I wish we did. I wouldn't go as far as to say I admire it. Maybe respect it a little bit, but there's a lot about Liverpool that I like. They have a manager that is, you know, completely and utterly in tune with his team and his fans. Their recruitment suits that manager and that identity. They play good football. Go on, Rasmus. Well, fucking play on there. What result have you predicted for this match, and what do you think now the result would be, says Waleed? I went 2-0 to Liverpool. If you want a score prediction, I'll say Liverpool will win 2-0 because I think that's just obvious. But I'm not. I wouldn't take 2-0. You know, I want to win. Would you give Van der Beek or Hannibal a chance here? McTominay's not working, says Jim. Mate, he ain't going to take his captain off. We've got McTominay for 90 minutes. That's the only problem. And he never takes him off anyway. He's going to book Amrabat as well. I knew it. Knew it. He's been a booking waiting to happen, hasn't he? All fucking half. I mean, he should have been booked for that one. I mean, the second one, I don't even know what he gets booked for, really. He slides and wins the ball. Moore says, Højlund has received the least passes in the Premier League as a striker. And would you give... yeah, okay, read that one. I feel for Erasmus, he just doesn't get the service game after game, says Connor. Well, I'd be very concerned here because we've got Mainoo and Amrabat on yellow cards. So our holding midfielders are both on yellow cards. Another corner to Liverpool. An unlikely result today could turn the season, says Dan. Yeah, I agree with Spaceman. Red incoming, that's the concern. Well, a sending off is going to come because they keep running at our back four. Our defence is stretched like a hippo in a pair of ski pants at the moment. Another header over the bar. You're going to pick up yellow cards when you're having to do last-ditch tackles, and we're having to do last-ditch tackles. Have we completed more than 5 passes in a row in this game? They've had 8 corners. I hate this ref. He just keeps calling fouls and offsides, says Daniel. Right, here we go. Where the fuck is McTominay going? I mean, this performance from McTominay is terrible. Amrabat into Garnacho. Oh, fucking hell. Just can't string two passes together. Hey, thanks, mate. Oh, nearly spilled it. Thank you. We're not losing yet. Well done, Mainu. How do we win this game, says Chiri? Mate, it's survival football, isn't it? It's survival football. We're scared. You know, I think Luke Shaw, Rafael Varane, Johnny Evans, Kobe Mainu, probably the only level-headed players on there at the moment. The front three will be frustrated because they're not getting the ball. McTominay, I think, is having a crap game. Amrabat's looked shaky. Dalot's looked shaky. They're scared. They're intimidated. You know, Man United players are scared here. They're nervous. You can see it. 8 corners conceded in, what, 38 minutes? No shot, no corners for us. Pass completion rate, you know, touching 70%. Yeah, they're playing very, very nervous here. It's survival football, exactly, Manny. But I'd take 0-0. You know, I'm not going to criticise it. If we get the job done, but it's a long way to go. Nina, thank you very much. I feel, and I do feel a red card. There we go. Varane's been excellent. Yeah, love that. He has played really well. Don't compare McTominay and Havertz again. Kai won all his duels and quick touch passing, says Robinson Crusoe. I don't think Havertz is that good. But compared to Scott McTominay, it's a Ferrari against a horse's shit. See, even Onana's not passing now. The passing is dreadful. I want to go back to that. Pass completion rate. Look at this. It's gone below 69%. Terrible. Really not good enough. Again, just boots it out. Fucking hell, that's 2 in a row. Just booting them out for throw-ins. I think what you can see though, and it's not going to help us in this game, but I think you can see if I'm Sir Jim Radcliffe watching this game and I'm trying to build United for the future, you can already see what that future is. And it's not a lot of these players. And this is why I talk about sacking managers. Well, how many of those players are good enough to mix it up with Liverpool at Anfield? This is where you find stuff out. And this is, you know, people get scared of these games. Of course they do. But they're also brilliant for seeing who's up for it. And I don't mean like up for it turning up. I mean like who's good enough. And I look at that United side and I think, you know what? Luke Shaw, Rafael Varane, they look good enough to play in this arena. Kobe Mainu looks like he's got the potential to do it. I'm not really going to judge the front three because they may as well be wrapping their Christmas presents. That nothing's going on. But, you know, McTominay, Amrabat, Dalot, Johnny Evans, they're not that level at all. And that's what someone like Sir Jim Radcliffe is. He's going to come in and look at the footballing side. You know, you can't be coming back year after year with Scott McTominay and you know, Johnny Evans and people like that. You've got to take these lessons. Trent's arrogant. Love to see Rashford on a go at him, says the wheelbarrow. Oh, well, I had that in my preview, yeah. Here we go, though. Liverpool on the attack. Bayan, welcome to the Members Club. They've got options. It's Salah. He goes for the shot, and it's easy for Onana, although I was shitting myself because you never know what's easy. You read a chat from me 4 years ago. I said McTominay's not good enough, not creative and not a footballing head. Get rid, says Jeff Sullivan. Man United need Lucas Bergwall in that midfield. Frankie de Jong type of player who is amazing on the ball. Barcelona are leading the race to get him. We know McTominay's pony, but we have to be honest with ourselves too and admit Amrabat isn't all that either, says HW. This game shows you without Bruno, even when he's an 8, he does the running. Look, SK, I knew we were going to miss Bruno. Hopefully it's a wake-up call to all those people who don't realise what he brings to the team. I used to be a big target hold-up striker, now moved to centre-back. When you don't get service up top, it's the most boring run-out you can imagine. I feel for Højlund, says Trevor. Ricky always goes in on Bruno for losing the ball. I hope he points out how many times McTominay has given the ball away, says Ben. Cross comes in from Liverpool, headed away by Varane. Nina, welcome to Members Club. Yeah, Varane has been absolutely incredible, like he was against Bayern the other day. But I hope Scott McTominay scores and we win this game. But I so many of you've said this, and I completely agree. If he doesn't score, he's nothing. Like, there's nothing. It's like Vinnie Jones as an actor. If he's not a hard man, he's nothing. He just has to be a hard man that says something like, I'm going to smash your mouth in. That was his acting career. There's no levels to his, he's not going to do a comedy and he's not going to do, a thriller with deep acting. Scott McTominay, if he doesn't score, there is nothing else. Now, should Man United, would Jurgen Klopp start a player that if he doesn't score, there's nothing else? Like, you've got to have strings to your bow. And you get people saying McTominay needs to play as the 10. Well, I hope you've seen today why he can't play as the 10, because there's more to it. Hold up, here we go. Darwin Núñez. We should have enough men back now. Blocked. Bloody hell. We've got to get to half-time now. Don't concede just before half-time, because that's worse than conceding in the first minute. Get yourselves to half-time. Reece says, trouble with McTominay is he doesn't understand the role. Well, look, number 10's a hard role. You've got to run around. You've got to occupy. You've got to create. There's loads to do. It's not just about turning up in the box for a tap-in. But he won't take McTominay off because he's the captain, so we're going to have to put up with it. Right, we're 44 minutes here. Do you remember playing football as a youngster and the small, skillful players would always be the best, but as soon as you hit men's football, they just get pushed off the ball because they're weak? That's our players, says Sean Turner. Varane commanding the back line like the real captain, says Jonathan. And Luke, welcome to Members Club. Thank you very much. This is the most nervous I've been in this game so far. Because I just wanted to get half time, 2 minutes. Honestly, I think there's an inevitability to Liverpool scoring. It's Law Sports News. But I do think that there is an inevitability that they will score at some point. But you just... you know what? It's sad, but it's reality. There's nothing about that half of football from Man United that makes you proud, apart from the defensive work from people like Varane and Luke Shaw. Kobe Mainoo's been very industrious in the midfield, and he's a very exciting talent for the future. You can't judge Højlund or Garnacho or Anthony because they're getting nothing. But it's like watching Manchester City play Crystal Palace at home. Although they got a draw yesterday, so that's a bad example. But we are so visibly second best underdogs. It's like a cup tie. It's like David versus Goliath. We're hanging in there. But there's no evidence to suggest that we deserve to be, winning it. We're just hoping to hang in there and get something. Yellow card for Endo here. Should have been a red. Could have killed him. He could have killed him, ref. Could have bloody killed him. Nah, the foot's not high enough for it to be a red, I don't think. Nah, it's a yellow. It's a yellow. They've got it right. But it should get us to half-time. Luke, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. Scott McTominay is honestly the worst player I've ever seen, says Trey. What a frustrating game it must be for Rasmus. What should we do different, says Chiri. Pass better. You know, you can't get the ball to the striker or the winger if you can't pass. Our club won't heal until we expose everyone. So Jim, the media and some fans. Scousers don't let their players, media, etc. dictate the policy in the club, says Gummy. And that is half time. Well, look, you know, I'm not going to applaud it because that would be, you know, unpalatable to applaud that. But Kanye says, I'm confused how Scott plays as a cam when he's not supposed to. And then when he's placed into Bruno's position, he can't make anything happen. This game has second yellow for Mainu following a poor pass from McTominay written all over it, says Chris. Rasmus only has 4 touches, a stat they showed on the screen over here in America, says the Chronicle. I'm worried about Amrabat and Mainu being on yellow cards because you pick up those second yellow cards when you are being broken upon, and that could easily happen. Christine says, Eric Ten Hag can't manage big players. Varane is our best defender and he'll probably leave. Off topic, your thoughts? Ronaldo, 50 goals so far, up there with Mbappe and Haaland. Well, let's have a look. We're crying out for a Carrick-type midfielder, says Reece. Well, Michael Carrick was fantastic. McTominay is the highest rated midfielder on FOTMob. How could you give Scott... I mean, look, go on to OneFootball. Links in the description or scan the QR code. We've got the stats for the for the first half. Let's have a look at the player. The player stats are on the app. You can check that out. But look, I use my eyes. This is why I worry about stats, because those sort of stats are fine. And I could have had I remember when we started doing the stats carousel and I said, they're the only stats I want. I don't want anything else. Because they're very basic, but, you know, they'll give you a feel of the game. I don't want to... There's certain stats I'm just not interested in. And if Scott McTominay's got the highest rating on FOTMob at half-time, then, you know, that's just incredible because he has quite comfortably been the worst midfielder on the pitch compared to Liverpool's midfielders and ours. That's how not to play the number 10 position. But in general, look, we're surviving. We are surviving, and I suppose in that sense, you know, you've got to take the positives that it's 0-0. But 66% pass accuracy is shit. It's absolutely shit. And that is not because of Liverpool's press. That's because of carelessness and nervousness on the ball. The amount of simple 5-yard passes we've misplaced. The amount of times, you know, when Arna's kicking it out for throw-ins. The passing has been abysmal. 66% is dreadful. No corners, they've had 9. 3 shots on target, we've had 0. 2 shots, I mean, I can't remember what they were. I mean, I don't remember those. So, look, 0-0 is probably the right score because there's not been a, you know, gilt-edged chance for Liverpool, but it's only going to go one way. We're either going to hang on and get 0-0 or they're going to score, and then you see what happens after that. So, does Ten Hag make changes at half-time? That's probably the interesting thing. Would you make a change at half-time? He's probably got to look at his midfield, but what would you do with that midfield? The bench has got people like Gore on it. It's got people like Mabry on it. There's no real... Van der Beek's not going to get used. He's got Mainu and Amrabat on yellow cards. It's inevitable there's going to be a second yellow for one of those. I would say the way that game's gone in the first half, the way Liverpool keeps stretching us, it's absolutely... I'd say there's a 75% chance that either Mainu or Amrabat are going to make a yellow card tackle in the second half. Now, as a manager, you've got to be aware of that and you've got to do something about it. McTominay's done nothing. Bring on Hannibal. It's because McTominay's got great character, though, Mark, says Robbo, and that was Daryl Street. Eric Ten Hag, we've done that one. Eric Ten Hag, gambling on McTominay is worrying, but we have no Bruno, says Pauline. Amrabat is a joke. We really dodged a bullet with loaning him. Brings back Fellaini vibes with acting like a cone, says Gustav. What a difference with the double pivot. McSauce still offering nothing. Bring on Donny. At least it'll offer more. Look, Paul, we spoke about this when the team news came out, and you're right. There's a lot of negativity in there, but at least we've played that double pivot. The 2 midfielders in front of the back 4. We've not done it all season. Not done it all season. Palestri for Anthony, straight swap, and so much for Scott's creativity, says damn it. Just worried about Anthony, Mark. No clue what he's doing, says Abhishek. And, well, look, to be fair, the front 3 are getting dominated. They're living on scraps and they're getting dominated by the high line. It looks like we're playing not to lose rather than playing to win. Oh, Ivan, I haven't got a problem with that. I'm not even going to criticise that. I would have done exactly the same as what Ten Hag has done. A back four, close together, 2 holding midfielders in front, or whatever you want to call it, and then look to break. But ideally, I think this I said it in the preview, I want Rashford in this game because we're not playing. It doesn't matter what Rashford does in a game like this because we're not dominating, we're not going to be creative. You literally are asking somebody to sprint and shoot. And I think Rashford, weirdly, I would have started him if he was fit because I just think you just want somebody who's fast to push their centre-backs back. Not much to do with centre midfield sub, a player who's been sold or Hannibal the walking red card. I know, Andy, and therefore I don't think he'll change it, but I think we could get a sending off. And Arna's arse gets bigger every game, says Kian, and we really need a Goretzka-like player in this team, says Robert. You mentioned Rashford's pace a couple of times today. I think he's been outpaced by most fullbacks he's played against this season, even the bad ones. Well, Emiliano, I mean, I'm talking about the Rashford we want to see. Rohan, welcome to the Members Club. And Fuad, thank you very much for your super chat as well. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner, we're really close to 794,000. We're only about 10 away. So subscribe, bottom right-hand corner for free. Remember, we've got the match reaction straight after the game. Player ratings, you can vote for those in the second half on the website. I'll tell you about that. And then we've got the fan forum as well, where Ricky and everybody will be in the studio to talk to you about whatever this result end up being. But Manchester United at the moment, 0-0. Liverpool will be a bit frustrated that they haven't got the goal. I think it reminds me a little bit of the Brighton game earlier, where they were just so defensive against Arsenal. Then the goal goes in and the game becomes, very, very different. But interesting how, you know what? I've just been onto something else as well. Who scored have got McTominay as a 7, Mainu as a 6.5, Amrabat as a 6.1. I mean, I don't. Do you think people do it for a laugh, or do you think it's like a paid sponsorship? I don't actually get it. I really, really don't. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. Anthony's attempted more tackles than anybody in the team. Mainu's at second. Obviously no shots. Who's had the most touches? That's what I wanted to have a look at. Luke Shaw, 37 touches. That's leadership at left back. 37. Varane, 33. So our 2 top players with most touches are Varane and Luke Shaw. 33 touches for Varane, 37 for Luke Shaw. And then no one else comes really close. Certainly not in the midfield. Yeah, it needs to be better. Passing completion needs to be better. We are playing with 10 men, so I would add Pellistri and take off Anthony to bring Rashford on. We can only expect a miracle out of this, says Mario. I feel we aren't getting to counter-attack unless we get a true chance to press forward. We are playing very tight, park the bus defensive, says the Chronicles. And that's why the passing needs to be so good. You can't break and counter if the passing's not there. And we've missed Bruno massively. I mean, I'm a massive fan of Bruno and I appreciate the work he brings, but he also gives you that, it doesn't always come off, but he's looking for that pass and he can play it. We're not doing it. I support my local sports team, says Amando, here in Chicago, along with United, and it's almost the same experience here with incompetent ownership. Thank you, Amando. I feel we aren't going to counter. We've done that one. We're so lucky we missed Bruno. We could have been 4-0 down, says Fuad, talking out your arse. No enjoyment on this, says, I am tense the whole time, waiting for United to screw up. This is no fun. I hope this changes in the near future. Love from Germany. Mud says that McTominay's not doing anything, can't hold, can't win the pass, can't dribble. If passion and heart is all that is needed, without ability to make it in the team, sign me up. Very amateurish performance, says Mud. Nelson says, remember me, I'm Nelson. Will you sing Manscape in the mirror for me? Come on. No, I'm not in that mood, Nelson. Not singing at the moment, Matt. Welcome to Members Club, Matt, as well. Thank you very much for all your super chats. Anfield has been quite quiet, says Christopher. Look, I think that there are positives. There has to be. I think that, you know, it's 0-0. And Manchester United, at some point, might create an opportunity and score, and then you're 1-0 up. How many times have we seen these sort of games where one team has got loads and loads of possession and they look like they're the team that's going to score, and then, you know, you get a chance at the other end and you score. Defensively, I think Rafael Varane and Luke Shaw have been fantastic and shown leadership and played without fear. So, yeah, I think that... but the defence needs some respite. It doesn't matter how well you're playing defensively if you're just going to keep getting wave after wave after wave. And I think what we've all seen happen in the game so far is that every time we get the ball and we try to move the ball forward, it's breaking down with the 39. Like, we've got to... You know, I want to see Garnacho and Anthony getting the ball on the halfway line. And being able to turn and push their fullbacks back. I mean, Rasmus is just completely redundant. Cena says, I've been a follower since 2019. Thanks for all you do. Love the podcast on Spotify. Yeah, thanks for all your support for the podcast, Goldbridge Saves Football. You can check that out on Spotify, of course. Big shout out, Cena. That's what she said. Says, Mark, I'm going insane when I hear anyone saying McTominay has been good. Sack Ricky for saying he brings more creativity. And biased Oliver doing what Oliver does best. Expect a red for Amrabat. It's nailed on. Our passing has been nervy and unprofessional, says Lee Galdar. Look, we have been very nervous. As I said, there's probably 3 or 4 players that I think have looked like they can deal with that. Strangely, one of them's a 17-year-old called Kobe Mainoo. He looks unfazed by this atmosphere. Luke Shaw looks unfazed by it. Rafael Varane looks unfazed by it. I think Onana looks nervous. Dalot looks nervous. Even Johnny Evans, but that might just be because he's, you know, he's coming towards the end of his career and he's, you know, he's playing on the limit just to be able to play. Amrabat's looked nervous. McTominay's looked nervous. The front three obviously look nervous because they're not even in the game. First thing I noticed when Onana came in is his body type doesn't look like dives. He just blocks, says I. And I fully support Ten Hag, but if he doesn't see McTominay for what he absolutely is, useless, I'll have serious doubts about his judgment. And I love the show, says Gort. Thank you very much. Scooby-Doo, where are you, says Jack. Why have I never done that before? That was an open goal. Crazy how Mainoo looks like our best midfielder and he's 18. Madness. I don't buy Amrabat after loan as well, says Jack. And Mark, can you say Chris Burfield sounds like Mr. Bean? I just did, MBG. A lot of people predicted a proper smashing, but we need to be compact and still play a high line like Spurs, says United We Stand. And sorry if said, only just joined. Thoughts on Amrabat that half, says Bradley. Look, I thought Amrabat played well against Bayern Munich. I do genuinely think he played well against Bayern Munich. Today, he's looked nervous. Now, look, I've always said about Amrabat, people want to make their mind up on Amrabat very, very, very quickly. And he came injured. He's been playing at left back. There's been all sorts going on with Amrabat, and I think that it's understandable that he's going to yo-yo up and down. Now, he doesn't look that great at the moment, but he's not been at the club very long, and I think that, you know, there are certain other players in that team who've been here a very long time, and they will get, you know, probably not as much scrutiny. He looks nervous. I do agree with that, but I think it is nerves. But on the other hand, as much as he looks nervous, I also think that the midfield two, I know they're both booked and you can see them on the screen now. I also think that the two are doing quite a good job in the sense that it's giving us a bit of protection, which we haven't had all season. I mean, it's incredible when you think about this is the first time, I think, this season that we have actually played with a holding two in front of our defence. Whether it's Casemiro, Amrabat, Mainoo, for the majority of the season, if not all of the season, they've been left on their own. So, look, if we'd have done that today, we'd have lost. And hallelujah that didn't happen. Because that would have been an absolutely massive mistake. But I'll take 0-0 at half-time. I'll take 0-0 at full time. And if it's 0-0 playing like we've just played, I will take it. It's not great, but sometimes it's about getting the result, isn't it? Why is it every time McTominay doesn't score, he's heavily relying on the power of friendship? Sub in Donny, at least he gives more intelligent passes, says Black Mercury. And Amrabat is so slow, and he's been slow all season. Van der Beek is way better than Amrabat in every way, if only he got a fair chance. I don't buy into the Donny van der Beek thing. You know why? Because Ten Hag knows him like the back of his hand from Ajax. And I don't think we can keep saying Donny, because Ten Hag knows Donny. And if he can't make it at Man United with Ten Hag, he's never going to make it. So, as bad as you think Amrabat is or McTominay is, I would assume Donny's even worse in training. I don't think Ten Hag is going, I'm not going to pick a guy I like and, brought through at Ajax because I want to pick Scott McTominay. I guarantee that he's just not... He's not doing it. And look, there's not a big queue for Donny van der Beek either, is there? Can I get a shout out for my 80-year-old grandparents, Kathleen and Jim, for tuning in? It's better watching the kids than the match, says Connor. Thank you very much, Connor. And big shout out to Kathleen and Jim. My friend Ruz is a Liverpool supporter and has been bad-mouthing United the whole time. Can you call him a massive prat? You are a prat, Arhan. Your mate's a prat, sorry, Ruz. Thoughts on Alonso from Leverkusen? No. Why do people think that somebody who loves Liverpool is going to come and manage Manchester United? Hold on a minute. Liverpool straight for... This is what we do. This is what we don't do. Thank God for that. Blocked by Johnny Evans. We concede straight away because the heads are still in the dressing room. We've got to fight again here now. Liverpool are going for it again. Scott is so bad and we are flat-footed when the ball is in the air. How can Ten Hag not see that, says Rekart. And this team is so bad we just need to buy any physical fast player who can kick a ball, says Zeem. That's why Erik Ten Hag played attractive football at first. Imagine playing like this from the United, says Glenn. Amrabat only task is keep up with Nunez and he's done it well, says Joseph. Well, Liverpool have started off like a train here. But again, it's another wasteful pass. When United get the chance to have a bit of possession, it's instantly given back to the Reds of Liverpool. And you can't just keep doing this. Samiskas with the cross, calm. Luke Shaw let it go. Trent, lovely touch. Side netting. It's a slow start by United again. What is it about? I mean, yeah, exactly. Fennick, our moderator in the chat, says, oh my God, exactly. What is it about us and the starts of second halves? Literally just come out and fell asleep. We have got Man United are sponsored by Dreams, aren't they? I'm sure I saw that we'd signed a deal with a bed company. Well, bloody hell. Rashford's not on yet, no. Andrew Jones, thank you. Welcome to the Members Club. Careful of these 2 yellow cards as well. Thanks everyone who subscribed, by the way. I think we have hit, what was it, 790, it just needs updating. 794,000. We're on the road to 795. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Liverpool just knocking it around the back at the moment. It's ironic, really, actually, because some... Oh, no, I would say that's a bit rude. A bit rude. We'll leave that. There we go. 794 on the road to 1 million. Subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. We're on the road to 1.8 million. Sorry. I know someone will pull me up on that. Like to know what the half-time team talk was, Jeff. Says Jeff. And Zhao says, my uncle unfortunately passed away yesterday due to terminal kidney and lung cancer. I would like to thank you for the charity live stream. It means a lot. Zhao, sorry to hear that. I know we're in the midst of a football match, but we're also a real community. And obviously we raised a lot of money last month for people with terminal and illness. Sorry to hear that about your relative, and thoughts and prayers with you and your family. Can I get a shout out? I've done that from Connor. Welcome to the Members Club, Ezel. We're living on a prayer here, says Xander. I know. I just saw John Bon Jovi come out in the midfield. Go on, Garnacho. It's just relentless. It's like a fucking boomerang. It is relentless. Wave after wave. I suppose the good thing is that so far, Salah is playing on the side where we're at our strongest. Shaw and Varane. Cross comes in, headed away. Well done, Delo. Shaw should have put that out, says Gary Best. Put Rashi on against Trent, but we don't have Bruno for the pass. I think we're fucked anyway. I'd actually put Dan Gore on, says SK. Here's Salah. And Arna gets it on the front post. Look, there isn't an... As I say, the way we've played in the first half, the way we're playing now, there is an inevitability that Liverpool will score at some point. Now, our issue is, can we stop them scoring for 100 minutes? If we played for 1,000 minutes, they'd score at some point. It's just when they're going to score, because we can't do... You know, some people are saying maybe we can nick it. You can't nick anything if you're not going to have a shot on target. We don't look like having a shot on target. To play a good long ball, you need forwards who can win duels. We have to question the strategy. None of our midfielders and forwards are physical, says Jay. Liam says, you look nervous, Mark. Not as nervous as those players look. They look proper nervous. Mark, your efforts at galvanising the fan base is commendable, but fails as United gain too high a percentage of glory supporters in the good years, says Sean. We used to be the theatre of dreams. Now we're just the theatre of daydreaming, says Sam. Sometimes, though, you know, people will say, what's the fucking point? You know, there's no future playing like this. But we are at Anfield. Like, you wouldn't go and play like this at Burnley. You know, we are playing the team that's got the chance to go back to the top of the league, our biggest rival. They're better than us. I've got no problem with... Put it this way, I'd play these tactics. I'd play a back four, two midfield pivot, and look to counter. The problem is, the players have sort of let Ten Hag down a bit because we're not countering because the passing's been so shit. What's your bench like, says Sebastian? We've got Rashford on the bench. That's about it, really. That's going to be potentially a threat. Rashford, Reguilon, Pellistri, Wan-Bissaka, Van der Beek, Gore, Mabry. Cross comes into the box, but Alisson jumps on that. Why is Michael Oliver not giving the foul on Anthony there? It's a very weird referee, you know. Here's Garnacho up against Trent. And look, we're not playing well, but that's a foul. And it relieves the pressure and it moves us up the pitch. Front three working hard as they can, but no connection from back to front, says TJC. Can't blame them. I love their efforts, especially Garnacho. I've got no problem with the front three. I've seen people slagging off Garnacho. I've seen people slagging off Anthony and a little bit Rasmus throughout the whole game in the live chat, but I've not acknowledged it because I don't think there's an understanding of great tackle that was by Delo. I don't think there's an understanding of the fact that there is literally no connection between the midfield and the attack. So all you can do as a front three is live off scraps, run around, work hard and hope. If they were getting 2 or 3 passes every 10 minutes and they were losing the ball, then you'd have to be critical of it. But there's not a lot going on. Good tackle by Delo, that was. I think Delo's grown into the game. I'd add Delo in there as a player that's, you know, really grown into the game as well. And Johnny Evans has been steady. Look, the back four's not been bad. That's a good ball by McTominay at last. Lovely reverse pass. Garnacho, please! Oh, God damn it, man. Went all American there. It was the best move we've had all game. And he's just about to shoot, and I think Trent actually makes a great tackle. I thought we were going to score. Oh, I really thought that was it. McTominay, for the first time, plays a lovely pass into Mainu, who plays an even better pass to get Garnacho in, who wins the duel. And you think he's got ahead of Trent, and Trent somehow gets back. If that was Rashford, he was in. Yes. Yeah. What a pass by Mainu, though. Amiga, thank you very much for the super chat. The door. I think Man United bring in Rashford for Garnacho because he's being bullied against this Liverpool team, says Gary. Well, could that be a little bit of a spark for Manchester United? Good tackle by McTominay. Well, McTominay's already had a better half than the second half by a long way. He's made a tackle and a pass. Look at that pass by Mainu. Oh, he's just got back at him, Trent, there. What a tackle by Trent. I tell you what, he's got to get that right as well. Well, it's good. It gives a bit of food for thought for Liverpool, I suppose. That's exactly what you should be doing, soaking up pressure and then, you know, nearly getting... Well, not nearly, but, you know, that was a genuine opportunity. A genuinely clear-cut, well-worked opportunity, and that's what you're trying to do. I was literally saying that a minute ago. Like, I was literally saying that a minute ago. You can't... You cannot... execute the game plan if you don't make the passes. It was a great tackle by Arnold Joseph Trent. Diaz switches it wide. Mark says he was off the sofa celebrating. Good defending by Johnny Evans offside. 57 minutes gone. Well, I think as we approach 60 minutes, it's about who's going to make what changes when. Louis says we're in this. Still got to keep the discipline, though. The minute... look at that, Van Gravenberg. What a run. Oh, well done, Varane. See, that's what I mean. They're going to make those runs from the midfield. Szoboszlai, do not let him shoot. Edge of the box for Liverpool with Salah. And Arna's got to be quick there. And he is. Frank says, come on, there's 30 minutes left. Never a penalty. You should get booked for diving there. Never a penalty at all. Carl says this is horrible. Well, Gravenberch looks like he might be injured here. Gakpo. Oh, you can see, yeah, Cody Gakpo should have been playing for Man United. It's getting to the point where the hope is going to hurt you more, says Michael. Mate, I agree. I think there would have been people today that would have said, if we lose 1-0, I'll take it. But you know what? In a way, you should be allowed to take it before the game, because if someone gave you a 1-0 now, you'd be devastated. You'd be devastated to lose this 1-0 now. And I think this is what I was saying last night on the video. Like, let's do it. You know, people were just being too negative, writing us off. United could have lost this game 6 or 7-0 because of weak mentality and not believing. And some of those players probably did come into the game with a weak mentality. But fortunately, I think enough of them, the Luke Shaws and certainly the Rafael Varanes, have really given us a bit of platform. I mean, Liverpool haven't had a clean-cut chance. Half chances. Lots of the ball, but half chances. So you've got to say we've defended well. But you get into that point of the game now where, all right, it looks unlikely that you're going to get beat 6-7-0. That look, you know, to lose 6 or 7-0 in half an hour would be unbelievable. So you've got past that sort of embarrassment result. You're now in the world of, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. And Liverpool are in a title race. They don't want to be drawing to Manchester United at home when they can go back top of the league. They've got Arsenal next week as well. There's no problem with the manager. Ten Hag is a brilliant coach, says T-Man. The problem is still with the owners, and we need new players starting to play with more confidence now. Come on, says T-Man. Hi, Mark. Currently at a service station near Pescara in Italy on our way for our Christmas holiday, driving down from Devon, England, says Liam Devon Red. Well, Merry Christmas. Sounds great. It's getting to the point. Yeah, I've done that from Michael as well. Well, I don't know who Joe Gomez is going to come on for. They brought Gakpo on for the injured Gravenberch. Seems to be a lot of red shirts here and not a lot of white. Who would you substitute, Daryl? Well, I was just saying that we're approaching the point in the game now where the substitutions are going to be very interesting, and we know that. We know that the way the Premier League is now, the last 20 minutes of games can be like a different game in itself. United have got the Rashford sub, and it makes sense. It makes sense. Written in the stars that Gakpo scores, says Bob. It's written in the stars that Liverpool will get a big chance as well. You know, they don't play at Anfield for 90 minutes and not have a big chance. Like, we're going to need to make a save or a bad miss or something. They will get a big chance at some point. We've had the best chance of the game. That Garnacho was a great tackle by Trent, but that was probably the best bit of play in the game. So you've got to make changes. Look, he might try Rashford for Højlund. He might just put Rashford down the middle. He might do Rashford for Garnacho. I don't know what he's done here. Has he put Joe... What? Has he done a double sub? I think Trent's gone into the midfield, hasn't he? They've gone way more attacking anyway. I don't know what they've done here. They've still got Konate, Van Dijk. Gomez has gone to right back. Trent's gone in the midfield. I think he's took Szoboszlai off, hasn't he? Yeah, he's took Szoboszlai off. Is Salah. Straight at the keeper. Yeah, he's took Szoboszlai off and put Trent into the midfield. Believe in Anthony, but he must spend the next summer learning, at least learn to dribble with his right foot. Great moments break down when he can't, says TJC. I'd sub Amrabat for Donny. Just imagine Rasmus getting better service, says T-Man. And Vogel says, hi, Mark. For my birthday today, my sister gave me a Shaw jersey. I love it. Love what you and the United stand are doing. Come on, United. Greetings from Swiss, says Vogel. Well, as I said last night, I can't believe that people... slag off Luke Shaw. I just don't get it. I watch every United game and have done for years and years and years. And liability is not what I would use. I think it's. I'm sorry. It's all about opinion. Some people have stronger opinions than others, But describing Luke Shaw as a problem in a Man United side exposes you don't understand football or you don't watch Manchester United. I think Luke Shaw is just consistently one of our best players for the last 3 or 4 years. He's just so valuable. The problem is he sometimes gets injured. But, yeah, so well done on the shirt choice because he's a cracking player. He's just slipped over now. This is what I mean. I can't praise players live in the game because something will happen. Good tackle, Anthony. That's good. Where's he going to go, though? He's got to find the pass. Mainu. Well done, Mainu. Lovely play. Intelligent. Now, Rasmus, get on your toes. There's a lovely pass on. Ah, he's gone with the left foot. That's a good pull by Trent. There we go. Where are we going? They've got us stretched here. All because of that misplaced pass from Anthony. That's what I mean. We're stretched. Hippo in ski pants. Trent. Oh, my God. And that's just pure luck. That is just pure luck. Salah lays it off to Trent, edge of the box. My God, that is pure luck that we'll want. You know, this is what I mean. That's hopefully that's the only big chance Liverpool get because Trent Alexander-Arnold running onto a ball on the edge of the box. You fear for the worst, and Arna's beat. It's just missed the goal just by what, a foot. But that all comes down from, you know, we had 4 white shirts on the break. Misplaced pass. It's exactly what Liverpool want. We can't get broken upon. Can't get broken upon. Andrew wants subs. I don't think he'll make any sub at all unless he has to because of injury or it's Rashford. I can't see anything else. That's a good ball. Come on, Anthony. Where are we going? All on our left foot. Oh, Rasmus straight at the keeper. Oh, you know, I was ready then. He's got to score that. He's got to score that. It's chance of the fucking game. It's lovely play. It's a great save by Alisson, but it's straight at him. Fucking hell, man. That's a massive chance. I'm telling you now, he will score goals, Rasmus. He's got everything in his game. But that's the best chance of the game, that is. And again, it was, you know, it's good build-up play. McTominay played the pass. Definitely been, well, I mean, he couldn't be any worse first half, could he? But he's definitely been better second half. That goes in 9 times out of 10. We need the looks, says James. Oh, good tackle by Varane. Salah was nearly through. There's more and more chances now. The game is getting stretched. Goal kick. Look at that, but that interception by Varane there. Salah was going to be in. Rashford, here we go. I tell you what, there's a goal for Rashford on the break. There definitely is. Here's Delo. Terrible fucking pass. Come on, mate. This is what I mean. The amount of unforced errors we've made with passes tonight is mad. McTominay looks like him and plays like him. Casper, says Kevin. And that goes, yeah, I've done that from James. Thank you very much for the super chats. Here's Salah. Lays it off. Gakpo, good block. Who was that? Johnny Evans. Garnacho, here we go. Good ball. Anthony, go on. Go on. Attack the space. Attack the space. Attack the space. McTominay. Pass for fuck's sake. What's he running into a red wall? He's literally... Would you run into a brick wall, Scott? You've got to play the pass. This game's getting stretched. Salah up against Varane. Great save, Anana. This is getting stretched now. 69 minutes. Nunez. Hold him off. That'll do. Calm down. Calm down. Cross comes in. Varane. McTominay just passed the fucking... Oh, it's Rasmus. It's Rasmus. That's going to stay in. What a ball. Anthony, come on. Go. Just take him on. Take him on. McTominay. Oh, for fuck's sake, mate. Let's have a look at that shot by Salah again. It's two hands, but I think in both those occasions there, we could have, you know, we're creating chances on the break. I think it's going to be about who scores first here. We've probably arguably had better chances than Liverpool. Garnacho for Rashford. About the right time to do it as well. Never scored at Anfield. Shots on target, 2 in 7 matches. Look, there might be something here. I said this in the preview. I mean, Trent's not playing it right back now, but there might be something in this. Oh, you know what? You know the shot from McTominay there. I'll forgive that. It was the one where we had the break and he ran straight into the Liverpool player there. Just one more pass. You can see Garnacho's frustration. Jackson's miles better than Rasmus, says Escobar. Where are you in the league, mate? Are you still on page 2? Don't be coming at us, Chelsea fans. We wiped our arse with you a couple of weeks ago, and we're shit. Liverpool on the attack. Stats carousel, sorry. I'm just getting it going around. $20 minutes is a long 20 minutes. We're sort of approaching that area now, aren't we, where this bloody... Oh, you know, 1-0 loss at Anfield's not bad. It's still a fucking loss. McTominay is a glory hunter. Can't pass because he doesn't want to. Imagine dealing with someone so ball greedy, says Becca. The formation could work, but that ghost has got to go, says Zeus. Mate, I think there's something in that. You know, I said that before the game. I swear Manu gives me hope, says SK. Front three's working hard, says TJC. Look, I completely agree. I completely agree. The two players, whoever it is, you know, Casemiro and Manu, hopefully, in the future, and then Bruno ahead of it. That's the way to go. Get rid of McTominay. Thank God the game has woken up after 65 minutes, says Christopher. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. That's not a foul. It's not a foul. Get up. Somebody triple captain Salah. Mate, I ain't saying nothing. There's still 20 minutes to go. Salah would have got an assist for the Trent goal if it had gone in. Still time. Remember, United haven't drawn a game this season. 0-0 would be the most unlikely predicted scoreline. which is why I don't think it will be. Varane again. What a game he's had. You can't argue with that. He's been fantastic. That's a foul as well on Rashford. Fucking hell. Harvey Elliott's coming on. At least I got his name right this time. Last time I was watching Liverpool, he came on. I said Harvey Price is coming on, which would have been very interesting. And but it's Harvey Elliott, or as I've also called him, Billy Elliott. So at least I got his name right. Here's Luke Shaw into Mainu. He just needs to cut it back. Luke Shaw. Oh, he needed it back quicker. You know what? The pass back was on quicker. Onana boots it out. Varane, the man. Having Neville and Carragher on Sky is so painful, says Blue. Oh, thankfully, I don't have to listen. Darwin Nunez. My God, what's gone on there? And it's a corner. I don't know how we ended up in trouble there. I think that the throw-in from Onana, the kick from Onana, for some reason, United ended up out of position. Yeah, it was a quick throw-in by Salah, and United were just not alive to it. It's the turn. It's Johnny Evans, to be fair. He just hasn't got the pace. And to be fair, I think Onana makes a good save. No, it wasn't Onana. It was Delo with the block. This is what he's got to switch on for 90 minutes. United consistency. It's always consistency with United. You don't get points at Anfield by not doing it for 90 minutes. You can't slip. They're in the box again. Diaz, get rid of it. Oh, shit. That's Canate. Canate with the feet straight at the keeper. I mean, look, the way this game's going now, I'm not going to lie. It's great feet by Canate. He gets the shot off. It's straight at the keeper. We've had chances. They've had chances. I think it's just about who's going to get it. Hello from Norway, says Alexander. Varane needs to be starting more games. This game shows how we need him, says Kyle. Mate, when he was dropped, I kept telling you, he's the best centre-back we've got by a long way, and I don't understand it. Eddie has gifted a membership, and so has Shane Hughes. Thank you very much. The formation... the thing is, can Man United stay in this game? Good tackle by Anthony. Can Manchester United stay in this game, or is it going to be an onslaught from Liverpool? Because they're making another 2 subs here. We've made 1 substitution. They've made, I think this is their 5th. McTominay to win it, Mark. Mate, I'll snog that Scooby-Doo behind me if he does. I don't care who wins it. We're just we're gone a bit nervous again, Paul. We've gone a bit nervous. I agree. It's nervous. Man of the match. Player ratings you can start voting for. I'll drop the link in the description. UnitedStand.com is where it is, but I will drop it in now as we get closer to that time. Varane's been brilliant. Shaw's been good. Mainu's been good. Yeah, one of those 3, I think, for me. Oh, corner to Liverpool. Don't think we've had a corner, have we? Wait for the stats. Counter-attack has to be the main game plan here. It's smash and grab mentality, says Lee. Yeah, and I don't understand anybody who would criticise that. It's a good kick by Onana here. Anthony, can he get it out of his feet? He's always going to come on his left. Always. No, good play. He needs some help. Lay it off. Oh, for fuck's sake, lay it off quicker than that. Luke Shaw. Oh, come on. I think Rashford... Rashford could have laid that off to McTominay quicker there. $79 now. You know what? It'd be an absolute killer to lose this now. Because you'd walk away from it and you'd go, well, Liverpool had loads of the ball. They had loads of corners. The stats don't lie. It's not a performance that's going to fill you with confidence, but the result could give us some confidence. We've got to hang in there now. Need the team we had last season, says Alexander. Well, yeah, I mean, I can see improvement. You get Martinez back next to Varane, Luke Shaw, you know, Delo or Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro next to Mainu, Bruno back in the 10. I think that front three would do better with service, but don't forget Anthony's defensive work has been good. Yes, yeah, he's. I think I agree with Dad that I think that Anthony is our best defensive attacker. The work rate, yeah. We're getting close to 795,000 subscribers, by the way. Top right-hand corner, please do subscribe. We're only 100 away. Bottom right-hand corner, get involved. Player ratings will be going through on the match reaction, but if you want to vote for those, links in the description or on theunitedstand.com. Mark every player out of 10. 6 is average, and put a star next to your man of the match. And then after me on the match reaction, we've got the fan forum in the studio with Beth and Ricky and Faz, and I think it's Kev. So we're taking you right the way through till about 8 o'clock tonight, but there's still 10 minutes of this game to go. It's not been the 7-0 that some people maybe thought, but Liverpool are on the attack. They'll take one. You still get 3 points. Trent on the edge looking for a free kick. Won't get it for that. Gomez with the shot. Still there. Still live. Still in the box. Rashford, you've got to work hard, mate. You've got to work hard. Cross comes in. Amrabat gets it away. Under the cosh a little bit here. Still nervy. Throw in. Nobody wants to admit it, but if Maguire was in the side, we would have conceded 4 goals already. That's just pure fact. Got to be humble and admit it, says Obman. Well, I don't think you can say that. You can't say that. Pelistri's going to come on here, and he's going to come on for Kobe Mainu. Andrew Kelly, Amrabat is a squad player at best. I feel the whole midfield is very precarious. Not so sure why we're taking off Mainu. Must be tired legs, I suppose. Anthony's coming off as well. Thomas says, I love your account, but Man United are bad. A midfield of Bruno, Casemiro and Mainu sounds tasty. All have a pass, a bit of tech. Mainu can dribble too. Probably best midfield on paper we have, says SK. Yeah, I'd agree. Mainu's gone off for Mabry, and Pelistri's going to replace Anthony. I think it's just tired legs. I think it's just tired legs. Go on, Delo. Take the throw. 82. Varane and Evans are the best centre-back partnership that we have, and the allegations against Anthony have spurred him on. He has been good since coming back into the team, says Pratt. Loku doesn't like the subs. Arsenal would be top if it stays a draw. They'd be joint second, Liverpool with Villa. But there's still plenty of time left. Where is Rashford in this game? Got to be tracking Joe Gomez. I've watched Rashford the last 5 minutes. He's not tracking Gomez, and that wasn't happening with Garnacho. He's got to do the work. Offensive subs, Ten Hag going for the win, says KFJ. You think? McTominay heads it away. Salah's out on the left-hand side at the moment. The cross looks good to me. Got to get it out. Cross comes in. That's a good cross. They want a handball. They want a handball, Liverpool. They're queuing up. Side netting. They want a handball. Mainu, most exciting talent we've had in a decade, says Jims. Watch out for this. Well, it is a handball. I think that's going to get given. I think it's going to get given. I don't see how it won't be given. I mean, his hand's in a natural position. I don't understand the handball rule anymore. He's not moving his ball to hand. He's not moving his hand to the ball. They're going to give that. They're going to give that, surely. Get in! Get in! Get in, you bastards! Get in! It's not been given. Oh, God. I was convinced that was going to get given. Checked and cleared. Woo! Side netting for Gomez. Wow, we need to... Let's calm down. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. I'll tell you what. I feel like... I just feel like elated with that. You know, it's like opening a Christmas present, thinking you've got socks and it's 300 quid in cash. Cash back. Oh... I really thought that was going to get given as a penalty. I don't know what the handball rule is. You know, I really don't. If that happened at the other end, I'd want a penalty. That's the way I always look at it. Mason Greenwood's been in really good form for Getafe, says Jolly. Would you bring him back? Nah, well, I don't think that's a relevant conversation till the summer. I would... Look, I'm not going to lie. You saw me sit there. I thought that's going to get given. So I can't lie. And I'll tell you what, if it happened at the other end and it was on Van Dijk, I'd say that's a penalty. So that's a foul. It's what the ref? The fuck are you doing, ref? You prick! You absolute prick! You're an absolute prick, ref. He's an absolute shithouse. He should have given the foul before. Oliver again. Absolute shite. Absolute rubbish. Absolute trash, ref. Mabry clearly fouled before. Absolute prat. Absolute shithouse of a ref. That's a blatant foul. How do you not give that foul? He trips up Mabry. I mean, Luke Shaw is going to get the yellow. Of course he's going to get the yellow. But the ref's a fucking idiot. He's been at it all game. How can you not give the foul for Mabry? Twat. Serenity says, I don't know why, but United play well without Bruno. Mate. You ain't got a clue. I think Ten Hag is just going to go for it in the last 5 minutes, says Jack. I don't think he is, Jack. I think we just get the point. Take the point. That's a foul on Mabry. Win the foul. What we got? 2 minutes. Oh, we tried a freaking quick free kick there. The game's stretched here. The Hippo's got the ski pants on again. It's stretched. I don't like how stretched it is. Get your shape back. Why have we allowed this game to get so stretched? Every time it gets stretched, we get nervous. Well done, Varane. Headed it away. Keep your shape. Fucking hell. Don't play for 88 minutes and then lose your shape. That's going for a goal kick. Keep your fucking shape here. We've not had a decent chance in ages. We don't need to start stretching the game. Kay says that Rashi's not been tracking his runners. All this hard work to be undone. Everyone has worked their socks off. Oliver is a prat. I just hope there's not a horrible moment here. Salah, well done, Luke Shaw. What a game Luke Shaw's had as well. Well done, Mabry. Go on. Slip it into Rashford. Why is he not giving a foul? Why did he not give the foul on Mabry there? Fucking ref. It's down on my tits. That was a foul on us first. See, that's the foul. He kicks the fucking player first. He kicks Endo. Endo kicks him first. This will be a sickener. This will be an absolute sickener. Trent with the cross. Well done, Varane again. Catch it, catch it. Catch it. Don't punch it. Rashford's going to get sent off. Rashford's going to get sent off. No. Yellow card, yellow card. My heart is in my mouth and I can't sit down, says Jack. It looked a bit reckless. 5 minutes added on. No, it wasn't. He went for the ball. He went for the ball. Yeah, there's no studs there. Kept his studs down. I don't like these crosses. I do not like these crosses into the box. Liverpool are good at crosses and we are not. Oh, I thought we won the header there. Right, 3 minutes to go. Don't forget to do your player ratings. Links in the description. And then we're straight on to the match reaction afterwards. Never thought I'd be celebrating a 0-0. That's how bad things have become. Rashford walking. He is Martial with less injuries, says Brian. I don't think Martial would put a tackle in like we just saw from Rashford there, to be fair. Stopping Liverpool going top of the league as well. I don't want to talk about stuff like that. It's irrelevant. We've not done it yet, but be a lot of there'll be look. I'm gonna wait about that as well. Here's Rashford. Oh, I tell you what, that cross was there to be put in, and it wasn't. And look at Salah now, all on his own. Well done, Delo. He's had a good game. Well done, Delo. He's had a good game. Keep the faith. We're just singing Bon Jovi songs. Keep the faith. Living on a prayer. Any other Bon Jovi songs? Who's he sent off? What? Why is he sent Delo off? What? For what? I tell you what, I've never liked Michael Oliver. His mum does his fucking hair. I've never liked Michael Oliver. Why is he booking Delo for this? For what? For what? Consistently the worst referee in the league. Absolute shit. That is what did he do? Give him 2 yellows? Did he give him 2 yellows? Who is he? It's always about the fucking rep. Oh, look at me. I've had my hair done. My mum's done my hair. Fucking hell. For what? Delo wasn't even on a yellow card. He didn't even do anything. The fucking hell are you talking about? This is why the Premier League is fucking ruined by these knobheads. Absolute. I don't even know what he got a yellow card for. I think there was a bit of dissent, but 2 yellow cards. Anthony Taylor did that to Dunk. Making it up as he goes along, Lee. Fuck off. Absolute disgrace. Disgusting. And you know what? Delo's ran his arse off there against one of the best players in the world, shielded it off him, showed a bit of strength, and he gives him a yellow card. That is a twat as a referee. I'm sorry. Referees want respect. Do your fucking job. Making it about you. You don't even understand the game. You don't even understand the game. It's Liverpool against Manchester United. Liverpool against Manchester United. Salah against Delo. Last minute of the game. He's won a throw-in. And you decide to come in with 2 yellow cards. Do you not understand the emotion of this game? Making it about you in a moment like that. Disgrace. Howard Webb, do your fucking job. These idiots you have running the game. It's Liverpool against Man United, mate. Liverpool against Man United. It's passion. It's emotion. And you've got some Jobsworth showing off his bloody hair, giving a double yellow card. Twat. Absolute idiot. That's disgraceful. But it's a point for Manchester United. We'll take that in a time of need. I'll take that point for Manchester United. It wasn't great. It wasn't a great performance. It really, really wasn't a great performance. But to come here and take a point, you'd take that. You would take that at the start of the game. I mean, the stats don't lie. 34 shots to 6. 8 shots on target to 1. Can I just before we go to the match reaction? I think there needs to be a little bit of this. I think we need to take a look at this. And look, let's not pretend. 12 corners to 0. 8 shots on target to 1. 34 shots to 6. 84% pass accuracy to 70%. 69% possession to 31%. Let's not live in a lie and pretend that, you know, we played well. I think Luke Shaw, Delo, Raphael Varane, even Johnny Evans were very, very good. Mainu as well. But, you know, I hope it's a bit of a spark for something. But McTominay was dreadful, really. The front 3 never got on the ball. The back 4 can take a huge amount of credit. But the result absolutely transcends the performance. I mean, look, that can't lie. But I will definitely take that. The Delo red card, we've still got Wan-Bissaka who can play, but both yellow cards were for dissent. What is going on? You know what it is? Howard Webb was on about this the other day. He's really proud about how they're cutting down on dissent. Mate, you've never played the game. You don't understand it. This is why your lot are ruining it. You can clip me up on this. This needs to go to Howard Webb. You talk about dissent, you're going to create more dissent with stupidity like that. Dunk got sent off for 2 back-to-back yellow cards. Delo has been sent off for 2 back-to-back yellow cards. If a child is angry or somebody is angry in a pub, it matters not. You don't poke an angry tiger. They need to be given a few seconds to calm down. This is Liverpool against Manchester United. You book him for dissent and you tell him to calm down. You don't go 1-2. Like, they're human beings. It's a big game. It's the biggest game of the season. You know, he's pumped up. You book him for the dissent and you let him calm down. People skills. Man management. Ridiculous. Anyway, let's get over to the match reaction. I'm ready to go for that. I'll see you over there in a minute. No, I won't. I don't know. Well, I thought I was. I don't know what's gone wrong there. I'm still here. Yes, I will. I'll see you over there.